Wagwan my people, WakaWaka on the place.
Waka.
Another one, Dufla featuring Iyanii, Rumours.
Let me talk about WakaWaka, Wagwan. This is Dufla Diligon, dancehall solution, dancehall transition. Wagwan Iyanii. Let me talk about Ngugi.
Iyanii na Dufla. Iyanii Dufla Diligon. WakaWaka. Wanasema ni
Tunaonesha vile tuli create. You know how we do, right? So let's get it.
Let me talk about WakaWaka, Wagwan. This is Dufla Diligon, dancehall solution, dancehall transition. Wagwan Iyanii. Let me talk about Ngugi.
Fresh. The track was inspired by a very simple song. Very simple song inaitwa I Lost My Sonia by Kokoti. Hapo ndo tuli get inspiration from Dufla himself. Ali come up na hiyo idea. It's a reggae song. So I changed the entire thing, nikaipandisha tempo. From I think iko kitu 70s and then I got it to 90 BPM. I started with this loop. And then after that, I did the bass line. Again. Only two things na unaget hiyo energy, you know? Bila vitu mbili kwa track yako, then no, you're doing something wrong. And then Kenti, the best guitarist I know, maze, umse mi mchocha lakini ni ukweli. He's amazing. He did this guitar first. And then he did this one. So the two guitars run like this. Simple, easy. Then we did this one. To complement this one. So simple, right? Mziki rahisi. That is the entire intro. The only thing I added was this one. Si unajua mambo yetu una jump down. You remember? Then another effects. And this one. Na hivyo, unaona venye mambo rahisi. Very simple man. Alafu tukaingia hapa, tuingie sasa kwenye full vibe. Drums. That's the kick. Combination, yeah, everything so far there, plus the intro. Feel it. And then I added this one. I added a snare to just complement the drums and that sample that I played before, the percussion sample. Bassline hapa ina change, ni amazing. If you listen to it vizuri, uta get ndio. And then we added a piano. Ini actually from I took this from Chakadema's song. Nika cut, nika make sure nimechukua as a sample. If I play it, kiko hapo. You hear, like nilienda nikachukua ngoma ya Chakadema, specifically that piano, and then I chopped it, nikaiweka kwa Q sampler, and magic happened. So together ziko hivi. Feel me now? Alafu rimshot ika supplement to malisnea iko. So imagine me playing the two pianos. Listen. Ni kitu very amazing. Yani ukisikiza zikiwa pamoja ndio you understand. Right? Like you understand. The only thing I added to the guitars ilikuwa the usual. You know me guys by now. Lazima niweke. Lazima ni menye reverb. June 6 ni an amazing plugin for producers. So I only did those kwa guitar. So it go like without, with. Hizi ndo vitu mi weka kwa every guitar. If you saw Donjo Mabera, I did that. With this I've done that too. The only place I added more sound, it's rumors, don't spread. I felt like iko empty. The first part juu Iyanii hako ameweka backups. So I added a flute, I believe a flute. A flute and an organ. Nimetumia B3 V2, and then I added a flute. Very simple, maze, amazing though. Na inakuja, I only used this flute that particular place because the second part Iyanii anaeka ad-libs, so si need kutumia this flute, but hapa nilifeel pako empty, so I did the flute. Mnajua mambo yetu na organ, by saa hii mnajua mshaanza kujua WakaWaka vitu wanapenda sana.
Criminal, nanita criminal. Tunaenda kutafuta usiku miso criminal. Criminal, nanita criminal. Na level zangu ziko top, you can see me low.
That is the only part I think it's different because I had to cut the kick. I had to ensure that the kick punches better because of Dufla, like to make sure that people will listen to criminal, nanita criminal, so I had to ensure that. I've played many instruments. I'm not a very good player, but I understand music enough to understand that you cannot play music live with the same velocity. So to humanize the music yenye ni ya comp na live, whatever I did to this song, I ensured that the drums, they sound computerized. So if you listen to this part, you listen. One is hard, one is soft, of which is very normal to someone who plays the drums. So the entire instrumental, so simple maze, venye mmeona breakdown. Okay, ni complicated, but si complicated you understand music, I've used so less instruments to ensure that I've given space for the artists who shine. And every producer, you need to understand this. Don't overdo your instruments. Do your instruments and watch a space for the artist to shine, because the artist is the main instrument. So beat iko hivi. Kenti mbaya. Hii sample nilitoa from. You hear that? I think Chakademas bado. But hapa venye nimecheza nayo this way. Naitumia kama roll, but bado ni instrument iko on key. Simple. Producers, the first two instruments that you use on a beat really matters. And I've told you again, in this particular song, nimetumia only two instruments to give you an energy that you can dance to. First one, percussion. Very simple. The next thing I did was the bass line. So those are very important details, because when you're working with an artist, and I need to get the energy right with the first two instruments, and ataikuwa shangia zone na itakuwa easier for them to write the music.
Then we talk about WakaWaka, Wagwan. This is Dufla Diligon, dancehall solution, dancehall transition. Wagwan Iyanii. And we talk about tunakujua.
Mazee na feel ingomani tu awase wawili chemistry yao ni amazing mazee. I think nilitumia tu CLA. Very simple. Everyone should know a person who sings CLA ni important. I de-essed after compressing, the S's go up, the T's go up. To make sure vocal imebakia katikati, I use GW Voicentric from Waves. Apart from that, I did an auto-tune, which is normal for people who sing. This one don't really concentrate. Now I could get juu kifungua. If I open this, itakuwa loud. So I just concentrated with. After that, nilieka reverb. Nilijaza reverb kwa Iyanii without with. Hiyo ndo inaipea tu energy. Ni simple tu hivyo na delay.
Iyanii na Dufla. Iyanii Dufla. Wanasema nimesota misinado, mara niko wash na oshado.
You can hear the compression if you're a producer.
Iyanii na Dufla. Iyanii Dufla. Wanasema nimesota misinado, mara niko wash na.
You can hear the compression. Dufla the same. Nilitumia tu the same things, but my to go to EQ, the best EQ I've used my entire life ni T-Rax Equal. Inanipeanga every single detail ya kila kitu nataka, and here it is. Dufla nilim EQ hivyo.
Then we talk about WakaWaka, Wagwan. This is Dufla Diligon, dancehall solution, dancehall transition. Wagwan Iyanii. And we talk about tunakujua.
Pro Q nimeweka mwisho just to ensure that nimekata place yenye kuna kuaga na kitu tunaitaga boom. We call it boom or something. Where there's a lot of noise kwa kwa vocal. I did an EQ for Dufla. You see, it's different with the Iyaniis. It's very different with the Iyaniis.
Major na all under pick and list. Me na call them na pa which I confess it. No me na all and make me confess it. Na call them no party and na fest it.
So that's it, Maze. So you guys, Maze, I'm proud of you, Maze. Thanks for supporting our channel. Thanks for supporting me. Top producer. Let's do this, Maze. Wacha tuweke Kenya on the map. Cause tuko hapo, Maze. It's WakaWaka.